And I had
Alright guys, welcome back
an
to my
issue with
YouTube
Ubi
channel. Watch
Franklin.
the full video about what happened between Ubi Franklin
Yeah,
and the
so
Spyro.
he
Watch
called
this
me on the
video
morning and he
to
was
the
like, "Oh, he's
end
going to
and
Ghana." I'm like,
understand
"Oh,
everything that happened
what's
in
happening in
between
Ghana?" He
two
said
of them.
it's
And thanks
Nyanya's
for
birthday.
watching.
I said, what's so let's go. Let's go celebrate Nyanya. Ubi just came down and said, David said that we should come perform at the birthday party that he was invited to, that we should come perform, that he was going to give us 5K. I said, I called him to the side. I said, bro, I can't, first of all, I don't charge 5K. My Nigerian currency, where they charge, the least I do is 20 million. And on getting there, David was on stage. He came back from the stage he came down from the stage and I just said, Ubi just came to me, he said, you are going on stage now. Before you know, MC don't announce, we have first Spyro. Bro, I couldn't even, and I had to call my friend and say, what kind of, and at that point I cannot decline and say, no, I'm not doing it again, because there were dignitaries there. There were a lot of people there. So my friend said, oh, you got to do it. So I went up, I dragged my leg to the stage, I performed, and right after, I said, okay, Ubi, Shebi, you don't try go make me. I don't perform now. Where my money, where you say, David saying go give us. Before you know, MC don't announce, we have first Spyro. Bro, I couldn't even, and I had to call my friend and say, what kind of, and at that point I cannot decline and say, no, I'm not doing it again, because there were dignitaries there. There were a lot of people there. So my friend said, oh, you got to do it. So I went up, I dragged my leg to the stage, I performed, and right after, I said, okay, Ubi, Shebi, you don't try go make me. I don't perform now. Where my money, where you say, David saying go give us. Okay. You say, okay, maybe we go meet David, because David left to a place, so we went. I said I wasn't going to go with them. I sat in the car. He came down. He didn't say anything. He came down and didn't say. It's not even about the money to me. It's about the fact that you're taking me for a fool. Because we had a conversation, and then I said to him that I was going to go message David. Since David told us to come for the show, let me go boss David and let him intervene. He said, no, don't go and boss Davido. Don't boss Davido. It's not the one, actually. Let me tell you the truth. It's not the one that said you guys should come and do the show. He's like, are you kidding me? So David doesn't even know anything about this. So you just used David's name. This is broad daylight scam, bro. So you just use David's name to make me go perform on a stage, and now you're telling me stories like, what can he do? And it's painful for me, because you go all around, scamming people of their money. And this has to stop, because that's one of the reasons why I'm speaking out, because if I don't do this, a lot of people are going to fall victim of this man.
Absolutely.
And this has to stop. And it's not just him doing this.
Hi everyone, this is 2025. Over the years, I've been properly misrepresented. I'll do a direct business with somebody. If it doesn't go right, the first thing is, they'll start calling me names. And I've thought about him, like, over the years, I'll just keep quiet. I will not say anything. Everybody will say, oh, keep quiet. I will not say anything. But this year, I'm not going to do that. And I pray that I don't meet such people on the line of duty of what I want to do. I just saw a video trending where Spyro is talking about a deal that I didn't pay him. Now, let's start from here. On October, so one of these days, I was just with my brother David, and I told him, oh, listen, it's Nyanya's birthday in a few days. And I said, oh, we're actually going to Ghana. I was like, yeah, that's true. He now said, okay, it's Nyanya's birthday on that day. Okay, I'll send Nyanya a jet to come and pick Nyanya to come to Ghana. Good guy. I love David. Good guy. Boom, he did it. He didn't fail. On that day, I got a call from our guy, Tola. I said, bro, where the jet is ready. This is the time you should get to the airport, Fine. We hopped. So before that day, Spyro had reached out to me saying that he wants to buy a car. And I said, okay, sure, I'm going to connect you, da, 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 da. I called the car guy because that's what I do. If I connect you on a deal, I have to make my 10%. So he told me that, oh, they should reduce the money that you help them promote. I said, bro, they don't need that. They want their money. Do you understand? They don't need that. Do you understand? And I feel like you don't have what it takes to promote a car and get somebody to buy a car. Okay? So I told him that no. He said, oh, I said, okay, listen, if I'm waiving 10% from this thing, they are going to take it from my money. 10% of 105 is 10.5 million. Every transaction that I do, I get my 10%. And even with music, if I give somebody a show, I get a 10%. If I give somebody a gig, if anything I do, I get my 10%. So fast forward to him, I told him, okay, I gave him the guy's number. He went there. I told him, when you are done, my 10%, oh, I kept quiet. But because I wanted him to have the car, I kept quiet for a bit. So a day on the 30th of October, he went there, picked up the car. He didn't even tell me. So a day after, the day on the 31st in the morning, I just called him. I said, oh, bro, I'm going to Ghana. It's Nya's birthday. David has sent us a jet. It's going to be a happy moment. Blah, 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 blah. You know, I said, oh, he's about to drop a song. That can he come? I was like, oh, sure, why not? Let's go. He said, okay, he's going to come with 2 people. So I called the guys who are operating the jet. I said, I want to add 2 names. I sent them the names, right? Immediately I sent them the names. They added them because the jet was just going to be I and Yaya and 2 others, 2 of our friends. So it now made us 6 on the jet. I think 6 or 7 on the jet. We flew to Ghana successfully. We got there. Everything was fine. I paid for the accommodation, the food, everything. The only ground transportation I didn't pay for was the one from the airport. So when we got there, you know, whenever we're in a city, we bring in studios. And so I called one of my people in Ghana. I'm like, oh, can you bring us a studio? You understand? Let's use it to record. He was like, okay, sure, he came. So we're recording music with some Ghana artists and everything. We're recording. So while we're recording, there was no intention to go out that day. So I now got a call from one of our friends in Ghana. It was like, oh, this party that's going on, some artists have cancelled. That please, since Yaya and Spyro are around, can they come? So I said, oh, sure, why not? I asked Yaya. He said, yeah, you can go now. He now asked how much. Him and Spyro, I said, it's 5K. They want to pay because it's like in an impromptu thing. The time I told them and the time for the event was like maybe 3 hours apart. They were like, oh, yeah, let's go. And you see, if I'm lying on this video, please, the guys who did that event, they'll see it. And they'll see that I'm not lying, that it's 5K. So fast forward to, we went to the event. They didn't give us the money there. It took some time, took some days. You understand? I started calling. And then, so I called Spyro. I said, hey, guy, how far this car now? You understand? Are you going to still give me my 10% from the car? He said, let him finish paying them. He will sort me out. So I was like, okay, if I collect this money, I'll give it to him. I want to see if he will either tell me, take the money back for your 10%, which is my 10% from the car is 10.5 million. The car is 105 million. So what did I do? I delayed it for a bit, waiting for him to activate. Now the deadline for him to pay the last payment, because he took the car not on full payment. He paid 50 million, and the remaining about 49 or thereabout of the car, he paid it at the end of December 23rd. So after 23rd of December, Alpha, he stopped picking up my calls. I was talking to his guy, Kunle. Yes, I wanted to give him the 5K. But you are not talking about my 10%. So I held it on. So the day I was going to give him the 5K, I got a call from 2 of my friends. They were somewhere Spyro was. He was just talking trash about me and everything. I kept quiet. So I called a senior friend of ours, a very senior friend of ours. We are a mutual senior friend of ours. I reported the thing to him. And I was waiting to see if Spyro would say, oh, Ubi, the 10% from the car deal, let's do plus and minus. If we do plus and minus now, he's meant to pay me money. So I kept quiet. I didn't say anything. So today, I just woke up. I was on Twitter. I saw a video of him saying that they actually paid him 20 million. And I told him it's 5K. I will never do that. I'm a businessman. And I want to say this politely on this video. You might have an opinion about me, but in 2025, I'll clear every opinion. I'll clear every accusation that is brought before me. Because I will never allow, if you keep quiet, it looks like you've admitted that, yes, you did this. But I will never allow anybody, you understand, accuse me of something I didn't do. Now, in this case, where is my 10% from the car deal? You've not paid me my 10%. That I told you is my 10%. You've not paid me. Now, I called the car company today. I say, how far? Has Spyro finished paying? They say, yes. He paid the final money in December. So, Spyro, where's my 10%? You've gone on this thing because you know how. You see, you think I don't know you. What you do is wake up, do things so that social media people will talk about you. But I'll tell you that, bro, toe-to-toe today. And even in December, there was one artist that we paid money to that was meant to refund the money. And the artist did not refund the money. I used my own money to pay for that money before even the final money came. I was going to pay him that money. I kept calling the artist. The artist did not send the money until maybe a week or so plus later. When the artist finally sent the money, I had that money. I was like, Spyro is not saying anything about my 10% from the car deal, which I told him already, and is a standard practice. If I introduce you on a thing, if I sell a house for you, I get my 10%. If I book you as an artist, I get my 10%. So right now, please, guys, where is my 10%? You are saying, please, I don't want to just mention the guy's name because he's a senior guy, but I know he'll see this video. Please, sir, did you pay more than 5K in Ghana? Please. Because I don't want anybody carrying a fake narrative against me or against my person. And this is 2025. I will make sure I defend my name to the end. I've kept quiet. Because, I kept quiet. I will not allow anybody to use them trying to grow in their career to malign my name. I will not allow that. Is there a 5K? Yes, there's a 5K. Is there a 10.5 million, 10% for the car deal? Yes, there is. So, we are 50-50. But no, we are not. Give me, how much is $5,000? If dollar is 1,600, let's say $1 is 1,600 times 5,000. That's 8 million naira, right? So, Spyro, you owe me 2.5 million. Yes, you owe me 2.5 million and you have to pay me my money. Since you want to go crazy and you want to go this route, you understand? That's fine. And I'm ready for anything. This year, I will defend my name to the letter. This year, everything you said to everybody, where is my 10%, my 10.5 million from the car? Because of me, the car company never gives anybody direct payment without going through a bank. But because of me, I stood in and said, listen, because of me, give him. And you paid instrumentally until you finish paying. So where is my 10%? You didn't pay me and you're going on to malign my name. I will not allow you, Spyro. Anywhere you want us to go, we'll go. But guy, pay me my 10%. Or since I have your 5K, pay me the balance on it, which is 2.5 million, because it's 10% of my money. Thank you.